queens right there beside you. I just want my neck and wristlet with diamonds. I just want my shoes.
What it do, always Nigeria gang? What it do, always Nigeria squad? So this video is gonna be brief because I can barely breathe. So yesterday I was feeling super bad. Like I woke up and I couldn't breathe like at all. I ended up having to take a breathing treatment, and I don't have asthma, so that was really weird for me. None of my kids have asthma. We actually had the breathing machine and the albuterol steroids because earlier this year we had the flu, and they gave the breathing machine and the steroids to my youngest son, Braylon, so that he could breathe better. But anyway, I ended up taking the breathing treatment. Then I realized, like, I just didn't feel good, and I felt like I was, I don't know, coming down with some type of cold or something. And, like, that kind of lasted all day. I ended up with a fever, body aches, and just like I said, super short of breath. Just horrible. Like, I literally can't breathe. Like, it's hard to breathe right now. Anyway, so I went to the hospital last night because, like, I just wasn't feeling no better, and with me being pregnant, the only thing I really can take is Tylenol, and that just didn't seem to be helping me that much, because I ended up taking, like, children's strength Tylenol just because I wasn't sure, you know, if I should take the full dose. So anyway, my temperature has been like 102 and higher. They did, you know, look at my urine to make sure there's no infections there, and there's none. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. I just don't have the energy to yell at the kids right now. And they ended up having to give me a breathing treatment there because my oxygen was low. My heart rate was like 40 upon admission. I'm sorry, I think I just said my heart rate was low. That's high. I meant to say my oxygen rate was low. If I did say that, then I'm sorry. I just literally, I don't know. So anyway, long story short, they ended up swabbing me for the flu and for COVID. And I was at like 11 something last night, like 1 something this morning. They sent me an email to check my MyChart, and I was negative for the flu, but I was positive for COVID. So basically, they told me if my oxygen levels keep depleting, that I have to come back, and obviously, you know, I'll be admitted due to labor and delivery, because, you know, the emergency room doesn't see you after 17 weeks for pregnancy-related issues. Even though it's not a pregnancy-related issue, they would still have to monitor me, I guess, labor and delivery, because they're not sure how this affects baby, and, you know, just to try to keep my oxygen levels up. So I had class today via virtual sim, which was, you know, sucky because I had to be up at like 6 something this morning, and, you know, just not feeling well overall. Funny thing is, last night at like 11 o'clock, they sent out an email saying that all face-to-face interactions at school have been canceled. 3 people have been diagnosed with COVID, so I guess I'm like the 4th one, or the 4th one who's, you know, reached out to them and let them know I'm positive. And, yeah, so basically I'm just trying to stay away from the kids. It's kind of hard because, you know, they're all here, so my older 2 are supposed to be leaving today. I've been here alone all day with the kids, so it's kind of hard to stay away from them when you have to feed them and stuff like that. And my youngest doesn't understand to stay away from me. He keeps coming around me and keeps crying when I tell him to go away. So I've been trying to, like, get him snacks in their room, which I never do because I just don't want them around me. It's like, now he keeps coming around. Go to your room, baby. Go to your room. Go to your room, baby. Go play with Amari and Aiden and Bailey. Like, he just doesn't understand to stay away from me. He keeps coming in here. Luckily, he is kind of far away. He's literally way on the other side of the room. So, I'm sorry for the abrupt stop in recording earlier. But, Brian had called to see if I had needed anything or anything, so I kind of stopped recording for a bit. I am currently headed to the ATM because some of my staff is supposed to be getting paid today, and I want to make sure that happens. Sorry. So, of course, I don't want to go into the bank because I'm COVID positive. So, I'm going to just go to the ATM, pull out some money from one of my accounts and put it into the other account so that I can just cash at my people. It's hot as hell. So, we got all these disinfectant wipes, obviously bleach and Lysol. My older boys are gone. I'm keeping away from the babies. I don't know if Brian's gonna go get tested to see if he's positive or not. He's not really having no symptoms. He does have like a headache, he said. So, I mean, but we sleep in the same bed every night, so I'm sure he needs to quarantine. I've been just trying to stay as far away from the babies as possible. And every time I get like a little bit of energy, I guess I'll clean and disinfect a room. So, I'm sorry, I'm like cramping. I don't know, I've been getting Braxton Hicks lately. Where am I going with that? Oh, before I left out, I ended up cleaning and disinfecting. Is it windshield wiper on back there? I think it is. Oh crap, I ain't made it. I ended up cleaning and disinfecting the kitchen. Brian walked around with some wipes and disinfected like all the door handles and stuff like that. Those are the wipes that he's disinfecting are actually from the hospital. I took them from the hospital when I was working there when the beginning of the pandemic hit, and I was just using those to like sanitize carts and stuff like that when, you know, we would be out, especially if we had to have the kids, you know, we would just disinfect the carts and handles and stuff like that with those. So it's still like full because we haven't really had to take the kids out too often. And yeah, so he's walking around disinfecting with those. I bleached and Lysol the kitchen down and all of that. Right now I got the silverware soaking in bleach water because I just wanted them to soak a little bit longer than me just cleaning them. I wanted them to soak until I got back home. So I'll wash those once I'm back. Literally just running to the bank and then I'm heading back home. So as far as symptoms go, I don't remember if I told you guys in the first half of this video. severely short of breath. I'm really tired. Like, my head hurts. My head, it doesn't hurt like a headache. It hurts like a sinus infection. You know, like if you have a sinus headache, it's that type of like pressure. And then like from my neck down, it's just nothing but pain. Like my body is super sore. My back, I don't know if anyone's ever had what was known as like a back cold. But there's cold in your back and that shit just kills. That's how my back feels. Like my entire back, from the top to the bottom, just feels like there's cold all on my back. Then obviously my abdomen, I've been having Braxton Hicks. I don't know if that's because I'm halfway through my pregnancy or if that's because when I'm short of breath, the baby is kind of upset. So it's one or the other, I don't know. But I'm not used to getting Braxton Hicks so early. But it is my 5th baby, so that's probably why I am getting him early. My fever has been fluctuating. I haven't gotten it lower than 100 even with taking the Tylenol. So it's been up to like 103 point something and as low as 100 point something. Like I haven't gotten it lower than 100, and that's with the Tylenol in my system. I haven't taken my breathing treatment yet because I wanted to do the breathing treatment in a room that would be secluded, because I didn't want, you know, like the aerosol to be spraying any of my COVID germs throughout the area I'm in. So since the boys are gone, I'm actually going to use their room to perform my breathing treatments, and I'm just going to disinfect it and stuff like that as I go, like every day. You know, just disinfect it every time I do a breathing treatment, but also, you know, wash their sheets and all that stuff before they get back. They'll be gone for a few weeks, I'm sure, but I'll still make sure their room is nice and sanitized before they get back home. And then, like, I'm getting the chills. So, like, the first night, which was last night, it was so weird. Like, I would be freezing cold, could not get warm for anything. Even in like a scalding hot shower, I could not. I'm sorry, y'all probably can't see me because it's nighttime. Even in a scalding hot shower, I literally could not get warm. Like, I was just freezing. Brian's mom told me to try a hot water bottle that her husband had actually done for her because she was or is sick, but she doesn't have COVID. At least we don't think she does. She hasn't gotten tested, but we don't think she has COVID. She just kind of have a cold. And so she told me to try that. So I kind of have been using like this heat pad thingy to just lay underneath me, and that kind of warms me up. There's like a lot of pressure behind my eyes. That's it. I'm just severely fatigued. I'm just really drained. My body hurts, and this fever is annoying, and this shortness of breath is beyond me. Y'all know I'm a little more upbeat and a little bit more you know, just upbeat. But right now I just feel beat. I just don't have the energy to even crack no jokes. I don't have the energy to really do too much talking because I am so short of breath. So I'm gonna probably end this video. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. I will be updating you guys periodically through this thing, and hopefully my recovery won't be too long. Hopefully I will not have the severe symptoms to the point where I have to get hospitalized. They did say that if my oxygen level keeps depleting, then I will have to be admitted. So I'm just going to try to stay up on those breathing treatments and pray that I could keep my oxygen levels up And I had to cancel my prenatal appointment, which was on the 24th, because obviously I have COVID. So they rescheduled that to December 4th, I believe. I'm kind of upset because on the 23rd I was actually supposed to have my anatomy scan, but obviously I'm going to have to reschedule that. So I'm kind of annoyed about that. But you know, I don't want to infect people, and I don't want to put myself at greater risk, seeing as my immune system is already compromised because I am pregnant. So, and then with this on top of it, I just don't want to compromise it even more. So I'm not going to be working. I've already told my staff what I need them to do as far as FaceTime me so I can do a walkthrough with them at the end of the night, like a virtual walkthrough, because I won't be up there for at least 2 weeks. And that's about it. That's all I really think. On top of having baby brain, I feel like my thoughts are really scattered with what's going on. I will continue to update you guys with symptoms and how I'm feeling, and just hope that things get better day by day and not worse. So that's all for now, squad. I really don't have the energy. I'm sorry. I don't have, that upbeat personality with you guys that I usually normally do, that I normally bring to the videos. I just don't have it in me right now. But I didn't want to, disappear and you guys not know what's going on with me, because I disappeared for like 2 months when my nana passed, and that kind of threw me out of the algorithm with YouTube. So a lot of you guys aren't even getting notified of my videos, which isn't that big. It is that big of a deal, but I'm sure that I'll get back into the algorithm. So I didn't want to take the time off. I'd rather just keep recording and let you guys know what's going on versus not record. You guys don't know what's going on, and then my channel takes another hit. So yeah. With that being said, squad out. I just wanted to add something before I uploaded this video. I just wanted to shout out Brian's parents, because they're like godsends. He was at work, and so his parents went and got me my prescriptions. They went and picked up my scripts for me. They brought me and the kids some food, and they even went back and got us some snacks and some juices and stuff like that. So I just wanted to say thank you and shout them out. I know his mom watches my videos. So of course I always want to, show my appreciation, because it's stuff like that people don't have to do. And I'm always 100% grateful when someone goes out of their way to do something for me that they don't have to do. So I truly, truly appreciate that, and just want to always extend my appreciation. And I think, honestly, I was about to talk about that before Bryant called earlier, because as I was editing, like, the last part of the clip was saying something like, and Bryant's parents, and then it cut off and he called. So I think I was about to get into that. So because I was already going to talk about it, and I didn't get to talk about it then, I did want to come back and add that, because I feel like that is important to acknowledge, people with good hearts and people who go out of their way to do stuff for you. A lot of my family, we're not tight-knit like that, besides me and my big brother. My little brother passed away. We were super tight. My grandma and my grandfather, they're all passed now. All of us were super tight. So Anytime someone goes out of their way to do something for me, I'm super appreciative. And it wasn't just for me, of course, it was my children as well, because like I said, they called on their way from the store, from picking up my prescriptions, to ask, what I wanted them to get us from the place that they were at. So of course, they look out for their grandchildren, and my older two children, which are not biologically related to them, but they still look at them as their grandkids. They never show any type of favoritism or separation between them. So I do appreciate that as well. My older boys call them Nana and Papa, just like my two younger ones do. So I really, really appreciate that as well. Just not showing any type of separation between the two groups, between their biologicals and the ones that aren't. Because, hell, me and Brian have been together since my second child was 3 months old. So it's been a minute. Yep, I just wanted to add that. I'm hoping that my babies have gone down for the night, because I really, really want to take some more medicine and get in the shower. It's like the shower doesn't help with my chills. It's like even in the hot scalding water, I'm still freezing, but it while I'm in there, it helps with the body aches. And then it's like as soon as I get out, there's no more relief. So I appreciate it for the time being that I am in there. So I'm about to go ahead and take a nice scalding hot shower, and then hopefully I can probably take maybe a nap or something before I do some more disinfecting. I'm waiting on Bryant to get back. He went to one of the sites. So with that being said, it's official. Squad out.